Um, Obviously, it was a very important season for us going forward. It was ultimately disappointing. We wanted to be in the playoffs. We didn't quite achieve that, but we certainly moved forward as a club. We progressed, just not as quickly as we would have liked. Yeah, of course. I mean, we finished higher on the table. We got more points. We're certainly going forward. I mean, there's no denying that we're all disappointed. We felt playoffs was a very important goal of ours. We felt it was achievable, and we've ultimately failed. But what we have to do is focus on the positives, and that we are progressing. We're getting better. We've got the nucleus here to keep improving, and hopefully during the off season, we some bits of business and stuff will improve again. Yeah, obviously my message would be just to stay behind us, stay focused and stay committed to us. We're giving our all, we're improving, we're moving forward, and we know they deserve a playoff team, and we're hopefully very, very close to achieving that.
Stephen, obviously nobody probably ultimately in this room knows if Jermaine is coming back, but if you could talk a bit about what he was like as a teammate, what he contributed on the pitch, and whether you hope he's back next season.
Well, first and foremost, as a guy and as a teammate, he was absolutely fantastic. I've played against Jermaine a number of times in my career, and I think he's a little bit younger than me, so we've kind of grew up together and played in the same league, different leagues at different times. So I know him well off the field, or not off the field in terms of as an opponent, but I never actually knew him personally, and I got on very well with him. He's a great lad, and I felt that he was very, very good for us when he was fit, and unfortunately he had these problems with his injuries, recurrent groin thing, which I've had myself 7 or 8 years ago, and I know how demoralising and frustrating it is. It's a very ambiguous injury which can show in different forms. It can be in the adductor, it can be in the lower stomach muscle, it can be in the hernia, so it's a horrible one to have, and I just hope for his sake, as his friend, that he can sort it out, he can get it right, and he can get back to doing what he does best, which is scoring goals.
Do you think he'll be back next year?
Yes, I do.
Stephen, why did this team make the playoffs?
Because we didn't get enough points.
Why didn't the team play? What were some of the reasons?
Well, I felt that we had obviously injuries to key players at an important time. We're missing myself, we're missing Jermaine, missing a few others, and we never really had that continuity and consistency at the right times. We were sort of hot and cold, and we'd win a few and lose a couple, and we never really went on that run that, in my opinion, teams need to do in this league to make the playoffs. So that's something we need to look at. We need to be more consistent, it's obvious. We need to be a little bit more resolute and tougher at difficult times. I felt we were a little bit easy to beat at the times. We weren't tough enough, and we didn't grind out points in games where we maybe weren't at our best.
What do you think the officiating was this year? It seemed to be a theme that came up a little more than usual in this season. What do you think of the referees?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't from Toronto FC's point of view. This is my opinion about the officiating in the league, and it should be better for every team. I think that's obvious. We see consistently decisions happen, not just to us, to every team in every game that are unacceptable. We're trying to improve the league and move forward and become a more successful league and a more high-profile league, and officiating is a large part of that, and we do have to look at improving it.
Stephen, you've talked about the nucleus here. How close do you think this team is to getting it right?
I think it's very close. I think we do have that group, a core group of players. We need consistency. We need stability. It's something we've never really had at this football club, and it's obviously seems to me to be a little bit of a problem in sporting sense. And the city, it's such a fantastic city with great support for our sports teams, and when it doesn't go right, we seem to be quick to change. So hopefully now we can have consistency. We do have the nucleus, and we do need to add also. We need to add some bits of quality in certain areas, and if we do that, then I think we've got a great chance in the coming next season and the next seasons.
What areas do you need to address?
Well, I mean, I'm not the coach; I'm a player, so we just need more quality, obviously, throughout the squad. Competition for places. Any successful team I've played in has been very important, and the only way that you can achieve competition is by having the quality higher, so that you know that if you're in that team, you're lucky enough to have that spot. That if you fail and you don't play well, then you're going to lose it, and so we need that. We need probably a little bit more quality in it, and a sort of tougher core to us, a tougher mentality in everything we do. It's something that I've found a little bit different from the UK to here. It's mentality is sometimes a little bit of a problem. We need to make sure that we're tougher and we're more disciplined in everyday work that transpires and flows over into the game.
Steve, you talk about the growth of Nick Hagland. I remember at the beginning of the season, even in Florida, that you were injured in running shoes and behind him, with the pointers. How much have you seen him grow throughout the entire year?
Yeah, absolutely superb. I actually just asked him today how many games he had played, and he told me 25, which is phenomenal for a rookie coming into the league, especially as a defender. One of the most difficult positions to play without experience. So, yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed playing alongside him. He's improved tremendously during the year. I do think that a break will help him. Fantastic lad and a great character around the dressing room and on the field. And I think the break and the time to reflect and think about his first season will help him immensely, and he'll be ready to come back next year a better and stronger player.
Do you think the fact that they're looking at their rookie to play that many games in such a sports position is a big reason why they'll come to playoffs?
No, I don't think we can really blame something like that. But I get the point you're getting at, that maybe we could have had, more experience in the squad, that we don't have to rely on a rookie so much. You can never tell when injuries are going to come and when people are going to miss games. But I think, for myself, from my point of view, to miss 10 weeks in the middle of seasons is always crucial, because even when you come back, you need that little bit of time to get really up and running. So it was very unfortunate that Nick and Daniil and sometimes Brad were asked to go into that scenario and to play so many games. But it's a learning experience. I'm sure they'll all have learned from it, especially Daniil and Nick, and they'll be stronger players for it.
Stephen, you played on a lot of teams. How would you sort of describe this locker room? They brought in some big name players this year, some big salaries, but it seems like the crew gets on very well in that locker room. How would you compare the tightness and unity of this squad compared to some of the others you've seen?
Yeah, it's a very tight squad. We've got a great unity, and we're very good friends, and it's something that we've worked on since I came to build and to allow to grow. The thing is that the teams that I've been on that I can remember, the winning teams were also great locker rooms, but there was a real honesty in the locker rooms where you could tell people what you think. They could take it the right way and they could move forward, and we have to grow to achieve that in this locker room, and it only really comes from winning. So it's a difficult thing to talk about when we haven't achieved our ultimate goal of the playoffs. But we have to be a lot more honest with each other, demand a lot more of each other out in the training field, and accept that when somebody tells you something, it's not a criticism or a slight against your character. It's to make you a better player and to make the team ultimately better.
A lot of criticism amongst fans, and I think people in this room has been leveled at the standard of defense this year. Is that fair?
Well, I mean, we've conceded too many goals, so in one sense, yeah, it's disappointing to concede that many goals, but defending really is a team effort. I've played in some teams where we conceded very, very little goals, and a lot of times I felt that it was very comfortable playing centre half in that team because of the way the team was set up and configured to protect the back four or in a defensive shape. So it's not always just about how we defend or how the goalkeeper plays or how strong the fullback is. It's sometimes about the team effort, and I do think we have to get a little bit tighter and find a style that suits us, where we can obviously express ourselves and go forward, but still be tight defensively so that we don't get hit in the counter. It's very much a counter-attacking league, and it's sometimes I feel when we're attacking one sloppy pass, the other team can get us a little bit easy, and it happens too consistently in games, and we have to address that.
Was it difficult to gel when there were so many moving pieces, so many injuries and transfers during the year on the field?
No, I don't think so. You know, I think that personally, I think you have to focus on yourself and do your job. And once you've got your own game in order and you're training properly and you're playing, then you can help other people. And I don't think we can blame injuries or anything else for that. Obviously, it's nice to have continuity, especially as a defence, to have the same back four or the same back five with the goalkeeper every single game. But it doesn't always happen like that. So it's up to you to make sure that you're mentally prepared, and whoever you're playing alongside, you take the time to either on the training field or personally at lunch or wherever, and get to know that person a little bit better so that you have an understanding and a partnership.
In a few days from now, when you look back at this season, Stephen, will you think what might have been with this squad, or will you look ahead and see what could be?
Well, you know, I think about it, and I'm obviously very disappointed, and I don't really want to watch any of the playoffs games this year. It's just the way that I get when it's a disappointing finish, and I've been like that when I've played in the Championship and I've just missed out. It's a hard one to take, but what I do want to stress is that I'm very positive. I'm looking forward to next season. I don't want to be anywhere else. I love it at Toronto. It's a club that I envisage ending my career at. I want to stay here for as long as I'm wanted on the football field, and I'm very passionate and committed and honoured to be the captain of this football club. So I'm looking forward. We've had a disappointing season, but a season where we have progressed as a football club. We need to focus on that, come back even stronger, more prepared mentally and physically for the next season, and push on and get this club to where it's ultimately going to go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.